things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum. Quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Handoff to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense in the hurry up. The corners are walked up tight. Run it with the fullback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the air, it's Briggs. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield on first down. Steps away. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Reads it, fires complete. The Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run with the ball.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
There he goes! He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Briggs. Makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Going to swing it on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of his fundamentals.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And on that third down, that play is set up to beat man-to-man coverage. You see the receiver, the ball gets thrown out in front of him, and he's able to get away from the defender, make some people miss, use the speed, setting up first and goal.
And the Hilltoppers have it in scoring position on first and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Can the defense stop him again on second and goal? And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now. They'll
try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of prep.
Breaks into the open. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looking for a man, it's Briggs. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll give it to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're...
Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Back to pass on second down. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what...
There he goes! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They add the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Offense changing the play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got his man. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll throw on 3rd down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, WKU.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead.
That makes the score Western Kentucky 28.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
kickoff to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't...
Turning it on! He's at the 40. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Raider! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense comes onto the field again. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The screen, and watch out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Huff. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for room at the 25. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Kick interference. Kicking team.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Off the play fake on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Briggs. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. Running into the open space. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Fights off a defender. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run.
Middle Tennessee, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
Looking downfield, it's Briggs. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Hauls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quick release by the QB. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Handoff to the single running back. Look out, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Tight end now in motion. Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, in this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Send the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Caught in the backfield, it's McCray. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Huff. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
To the air on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I'll tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The short hands, it's Hop. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. On the option. The pitch. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, what a move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Hilltoppers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. He might want another play. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right. And everyone on the same page here. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to throw. It's Briggs. Rushes on him. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold?
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the left. Hits the afterburner. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, MTSU.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive play.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
All right, you know what the offense is trying to accomplish. They're trying to run that clock, so we got to find a way to get the stop here, not let them eke out more of the clock as we're going along so we can get the ball back to the offense and get back in this game and maybe try to go win this thing.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Toppers!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Briggs. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking downfield on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. It's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got his man to the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, it's Briggs. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players